Hello, today is April 30th, 2004, and we have a special guest with us tonight, the first multiracial president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela.
Now, Mr. Mandela, tell us about yourself. Where were you born?
I was born on July 18th, 1918, in Mavizel, South Africa.
That's amazing, Mr. Mandela. I was reading a biography about your life, and I read about some school conflict. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, yeah. So, in 1939, I entered the University of Fort Hare, which was the only Western-style higher learning institute for South Africa, for the South African blacks. So, the following year, myself and my friends got sent here for participating in a boycott against university police.
When did you get involved with the racial discrimination?
So I got involved when I was at the University of Witwatersrand, and I teamed up with black and white activists.
When did you join the ANC, and tell us about it?
So I joined the ANC, better known as the African National Congress, in 1944, and I got to work with Oliver Tambo to establish the Youth League, the ANYCI.
What happened on December 5th, 1956?
Very good question. It's a very interesting story, too. So, that was the day that me and 150 other activists were arrested for treason, for no good reason, but Black Lives Matter.
And can you tell us about what led to your more radical approach to racial injustice?
So, one reason was when the police killed people in Sharpsville, they were all peaceful people. So, that was just very injustifying to me. So, but then the government banned the ANC and PAC, which made us wear disguises to meet and discuss what we wanted to talk about. So, we were pretty fed up with the way the government was treating us. So.
What was the name of your group that you led in 1961? What did you do that put you behind bars?
Okay, so the name of the group was called the MK. It was basically a new armed wing of the ANC. And in 1962, I traveled illegally to attend a conference of African national leaders in Ethiopia. The police found out, and they tried to hide it.
And now we're taking a commercial break.
Awesome. Logan, you look different. Did you get a haircut?
Yes. So tell me, Nelson, how long were you in prison?
I was in prison for 18 years.
So an interesting question came up. So tell me about your presidency.
So, I became president of South Africa on May 10th, 1994. I established the Truth and Recreation Commission to investigate human rights and political violations. It was a really good campaign, and I really liked it.
So tell me, Nelson, what did the 1995 Truth and Reconciliation Commission do?
So, the act investigated human rights violations under apartheid.
So what is an apartheid? So what were some of the major changes you made as president of South Africa?
So, I introduced housing, education, and economic development initiatives to improve Africa's living standards.
Once you left the ANC, who did you actually leave in charge?
So I left Thabo Makanos, the leader of the ANC, and he later became the new president of Africa when I resigned.
People were curious about this topic, so tell us about the 46664 initiative.
So it was the Nelson Mandela Foundation's HIV and AIDS Global Awareness and Protection campaign.
Go.
So how did you manage to get into our world geography textbook?
So I played an important role in Africa's history. I helped establish freedom in the ANC, and I won a Nobel Peace Prize, as well as an awareness award for HIVs and AIDS.
What did you do after retiring from politics and the ANC?
So, what I did is I became an advocate of peace and an international presence of reconciliation and social justice, and worked in the Nelson Mandela Foundation, as well as a member of the Elders.
And who are the elders?
The Elders are a group of international leaders established in 2007 for the promotion of conflict resolution and problem solving.
Mr. Mandela, it was an honor to have you on the show.
My pleasure, thank you.
Thank you for coming to our show and hope you all had a good time watching.